There's one number that tells you with actual precision whether you're on track for retirement. Most people at 35 have never calculated it. Not because it's hard, because nobody ever told them it existed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that number is, where you should be right now, and if you're behind, the 3 moves that actually close the gap. No vague advice. Real figures. If you're in your mid-30s, you've probably seen a stat somewhere. Average net worth at 35 is some number, and you either feel fine about it or you feel like you're falling behind. The problem is that number is almost never useful, and I'll show you why in a minute. This video is for anyone 33 to 38 who wants an honest answer, not a comforting one. We're going to walk through the real benchmark data, the one number that actually predicts your retirement trajectory, and what to do this week if the math doesn't look good yet. Chapter 1. What's the average net worth at 35? According to Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finance's data, the median net worth for households aged 35 to 44 sits around $135,000. The average, or mean, is closer to $550,000. That gap between median and average is the first thing you need to understand. Average gets pulled way up by a small number of extremely wealthy households. Median is the middle of the pack. Half the people are above it, half are below it. Median is the number that actually reflects a typical person's situation. So if you've seen a headline quoting the average net worth at 35 and felt behind, that's the specific mistake most people make. You're comparing yourself to a number that includes people worth tens of millions of dollars. That's not a useful benchmark. It's not even a realistic one. Here's the surprising part. Even the median number, $135,000, isn't the number that matters most for your retirement. Net worth includes your house, your car, your furniture. None of that pays your bills in retirement. There's a better number, and it's coming up next. Chapter 2. The real benchmark. Invested assets, not net worth. The number that actually predicts your retirement trajectory is your invested assets, money in retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, and similar vehicles, not your home equity, not your car. Money that's actually growing for retirement. Fidelity's widely used guideline is built around a multiple of your salary. By 30, you should have about 1 times your annual salary saved for retirement. By 40, about 3 times. At 35, that puts you at roughly 2 times your salary invested. So if you make $80,000 a year, the target at 35 is somewhere around $160,000 invested. Not in your house, not in cash, actually invested in something like a 401k through work, a Roth IRA at Fidelity or Vanguard, or a taxable brokerage account. If that number feels far away, you are not alone. A large share of people in their 30s are below this line, and most of them have never even calculated where they stand. That's the real problem this video is trying to fix. Here's a stat that surprises most people. Someone who invests consistently starting at 35 needs to save significantly more per month than someone who started at 25 to hit the same retirement number. Time is doing most of the work. That's why closing the gap now matters more than closing it at 45. Chapter 3. How to calculate your own number in 5 minutes. Here's exactly how to do this today. Add up every retirement and investment account you have. 401k, Roth IRA, traditional IRA, brokerage account, HSA if you're investing it. Don't include your checking account, your emergency fund, or your home equity. This is invested money only. Divide that total by your gross annual salary. That's your multiple. Compare it to the Fidelity benchmark, 1 times by 30, 2 times by 35, 3 times by 40. This takes 5 minutes if your accounts are at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab. Most of them show your balance on the login screen. If you've never done this before, that's normal. Most people your age haven't. What matters is that you do it once, today, and then again every year. Chapter 4. The 3 moves if you're behind. If your number came in under 2 times your salary, here are 3 moves that actually close the gap. Move 1. Increase your 401k contribution by 1%. Not a dramatic jump, 1%. It's small enough that most people don't feel it in their paycheck, and it compounds meaningfully over the next 20 to 30 years. Move 2. Check whether you're getting the full employer match. If your company matches 401k contributions and you're not contributing enough to get all of it, you are leaving free money on the table every single pay period. This is the single fastest fix on this list. Move 3. Open a Roth IRA if you don't have one, at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, and automate a monthly contribution, even $200 a month. The goal isn't to fix the gap overnight. It's to make sure the gap stops growing and starts closing. One more thing worth knowing. A high-yield savings account, currently paying around 4 to 4.5% at most major online banks, is a good place for your emergency fund. It is not a substitute for the invested assets we've been talking about. Cash sitting in savings does not count toward your retirement multiple. Here's what to take from this video. The average net worth number you've seen for 35-year-olds is inflated by a small number of extremely wealthy households, so stop comparing yourself to it. The number that actually matters is your invested assets divided by your salary, with a target of roughly 2 times by 35. If you haven't calculated that number, do it this week. It takes 5 minutes. And if you're behind, the fix is rarely dramatic. It's 1% more in your 401k, capturing your full employer match, and automating a Roth IRA contribution. Drop your age in the comments, and I'll reply to everyone who's within 5 years of 35. If this helped you understand where you actually stand, subscribe. Every Monday, I break down a new age benchmark in this series, and next week we're covering 40.